Hi everyone. Hey, are you guys looking for a cheap, inexpensive, simple way to keep all of those little animals out of your vegetable gardens? Well, I've got the video for you today. Hi, it's Tyla. Welcome back to Tyla's Country Gardens. And if you guys are interested in more gardening and cooking tips, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. So I'm out here in my vegetable garden here today with all of my raised beds. And if you can see, take a look around, you can see exactly what I'm going to show you. We have what I call my net fence all the way around my vegetable gardens. We have spent many dollars trying to keep different animals out of our vegetable gardens. You see that there? We've tried everything that you've read about marigolds. We've tried the deer repellent spray. We've tried vinegar, cayenne pepper. We've tried lots of things to try to keep all of the animals out of our vegetable beds, and to no avail. They get in there every single time. So about 5 or 6 years ago, we started working with this netting that we buy at the hardware store, and it is by far the best way to keep all of those animals out of your bed. So I'm going to show you step by step how to do that. So you're going to need a few things from your hardware store. This is the netting that I buy. It's just called Wildlife Net, and I use it all the time. This is a 100-foot roll. It's about 7 feet wide, costs about $15. The other thing you're going to need is PVC pipe. Again, get it at your hardware store. These come in 10-foot poles, and what I've done is I've cut them down to 2-foot poles. At the top, if you notice, you'll see some holes that are drilled in it. I've got one at about 2 inches down and one at about 10 inches down. I just got my cordless drill out and drilled it all the way through both sides. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some zip ties through there later. I'm going to show you how to do it. So this, again, is inexpensive, easy to get, and you can use it over and over and over again every year. So I'm going to go up here to my bed that does not have this net on it, and I'm going to show you. I got stuck there on the net. I'm going to show you how to do this. So follow me. So this is my raised bed that doesn't have the net around it. I've already got 4 of my poles in. I'm just going to put one on each corner and one in the middle. So I've just got a hammer here, a big hammer, and I'm just going to put it down here in the corner. I want it secure, but I want to make sure that this hole doesn't go down below my frame. Put one up here, about midway. There we have it. All right. So the next most trying part of this is cutting your net. So let's go get started. What I've done over here is I've laid out my net. You see all these little stakes in the ground. What I've done is I've put my net over the top of them just to hold them in place. Now my garden bed over there that I'm working with is 12 feet on each side and 4 on the end, so 32 feet. I'm going to cut 33 feet just to give me a little slack so I can have it. Now as far as the height on the sides of the bed, I want it about 1.5 feet. Doesn't have to be exact, but high enough to keep the squirrels and everything out of. Now, if you've got a problem with your deers, don't fret. You can use this as well. Just keep your roll higher. Comes in a 7-foot roll. Just cut your PVC pipes taller, and don't trim your net off. Use a 7-foot net fence if you need it. So what I've got here is my little handy dandy razor. I'm going to go up here, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut all the way down here without falling down. So I've got it started here. Try to hold it secure. I'm just going to cut all the way down, just like so. Slide back. See how your feet get stuck in that? Gotta be careful. Cut all the way in a straight line. Go back to here. Keep going. Now if you can find somebody to help you with this, that could be good, that could be bad. Depends on who you're working with. Could cause a big argument. So sometimes it's best just to do it by yourself. or just keep your mouth closed while you're doing it. Almost at the end here. It's easy to get tangled up. But at least it's not wire, right? You're not cutting yourself. Almost got it. It's like one of those puzzles where you're trying to see in the background where your net is. There we go, got it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back up to the front, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna fold it in half. Here it is. All 33 feet of it. I'm just folding it in half. It's like folding bed sheets, you know. Okay, so I got both ends here. I'm going to drag it all the way to my bed. I'm going to make a big turn here so I don't get it tangled up on my bed. Swing this around here. All I'm doing, folks, is trying not to get everything tangled up. Helps if you take patience with it. Okay. My other end, going all the way to the end of my bed. Just like so. So, all those holes that I drilled, I'm going to take my zip ties. You can get these at any craft store, hardware store, whatever. I got a whole bundle of them for a couple bucks. And I'm going to insert the net around the pole and I'm going to secure it with the zip tie. Okay? I'm just going to take my net, try to get my top layer here. Be patient. Kind of tuck it in behind my pole here. I'm going to get this first one in here. That way it's easier to work with the net. Okay? Try to do it so you can see. I got a hole on each side. It's going straight through. See? Easy peasy. Put your zip tie in there. Give it a tight pull. There's one. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to wrap this all the way around my bed, and then I'm going to come back and secure them. Okay? Here's my net. I'm going to unfold it, and I'll go all the way around. Straighten it up as I get ready to secure it. There we go. Okay. So what I usually do is I do the four corners first. That way I can go back and tidy it up. Just all you're going to do is pull it tight. Try to get it low enough so that it doesn't, I got a little tear there, but that's fine. Just going to secure it in here. Okay? Pull it tight. When I pull the bottom tight, it'll be like just like a fence. Okay? I think the reason that this works so well, and again, I've tried everything. I think the reason it works so well is when your animals come up here, even my dogs, if they come up here and they put their nose or their whiskers on this net, I think it kind of gives them a fright. It's not sharp by any means, but it might be a little prickly to them. But anyways, I think it kind of gives them a startle and it gets on their face, and I think it just scares them, and they're probably afraid they're going to get trapped in something. I have had birds get trapped in these over my berry bushes, so it does work. So I think it just scares them off. even the deer. I have this laying over the top of my sweet potatoes out there because they've eaten my leaves before. And I just lay it right on top of my sweet potatoes, and I can see the deer prints out there all the time, but I think they come out there and their nose hits that net and it startles them and they just take off. So it works great. So let's go on around this way. Get my other corner here. See, it's just like a barrier. And the good thing about this is you can reach over the top of it. You can pull your weeds, you can pick your vegetables. And at the end of the summer, I just cut it off. If you wanted to save it, I'm sure you could. I generally just toss mine and save my poles and buy new net next year. So there's that one. Let's go get the fourth corner here. There we go. Good and tight. And again, it is helpful if you have another set of hands, but if you have to do it on your own, you can do it. Once you get the four corners in, it's easier to work with. So, as you can see, I've got like a foot left over, so I calculated that very well, if I do say so myself. It's tangled in there. And I'm just going to go through the top hole again. There's enough room for a second zip tie. So I'm just going to pull it good and tight. Get it down below there. Grab my tie here. Through my holes. Just like so. So, as you can see, once I secure these at the bottom, I'll cut that extra off. I'll tighten this up at the bottom down here, both sides, like that, and I'll have a complete net fence all around my vegetable garden, and it's going to keep everything off. So I think it looks great. It's extremely warm out here tonight, but this is going to work because a lot of our animals come out at nighttime and they just start munching around and eat everything that I've got. So I think I'm in good shape. So remember, guys, sometimes it takes a little bit of work, but it's worth it, and it doesn't cost a fortune. You don't need to go out and buy expensive fencing. I mean, some people even go out and buy electrical fences to keep around their gardens, or they'll build a huge enclosed garden. I don't want to spend all the money on that, and it's not necessary. This works just fine. As you can see, everything is growing great, and it's just a good plan. It's the best thing that we've come up with. If there's one thing that we do every year, it is this. We keep the animals off of our vegetables because, like I say, it's devastating to come out here and have everything come up like those turnips, like all those turnips that came up here. If I came out here and didn't have that net around here, they would probably be gone tomorrow. So everything needs to get a chance to grow, and this net helps them along great. So, all right, guys, I'm going to sign off. Remember, if you want more tips on gardening and cooking, because we are going to be heading into the house soon, but as fall comes on, we're going to be cooking a bunch of recipes in the house of the stuff that we grew. So I want you guys to stay tuned, and remember to hit the red subscribe button below. You guys take care, have a good evening, and remember, everybody can be nice. See you later.